Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ. You're here on the home of the slightly above average ship review. I know other World of Warships Legends reviewers have been waxing poetic about this destroyer. Is it the best legendary tier destroyer in the game? Let's find out. We're on Sea of Fortune in a domination match, and we are in Gdansk. Pan-European legendary tier destroyer. I hate to break it, everybody. Gdansk did not exist. It says of the wiki, quote, representing a fictional what if where Poland ordered a destroyer from France based on Mogador. Gdansk has more in common with her French high tier cousins than her European counterparts. I don't totally agree with that. I would say think of it as Blizkovich's gun layout with French 139 millimeter guns and some low damage torpedoes evocative of pan-European ships. You do have a 9-kilometer radar. That's nice. That's probably lifted from maybe the Orkan. You got a speed boost, which you need because this ship, oh, pardon me, you don't need it. The ship's pretty fast, but it helps. And you got some smoke screens. I think it's very powerful. The one knock, your AA is okay. And the second knock, you don't have armor piercing. All right, so we moved into Bravo. We're spotting Yamato. Enemy torpedoes already inbound. I am not really even going to do anything because I took an angle here instead of being flat out perpendicular to the enemy. I dodged them passively, and now I'm going to get all my guns out in case whatever destroyer dared shoot those torpedoes at me shows their face. Highly doubtful. While we are capping this base, I'm going to go back to the wiki. Blah, blah, blah. Pros, large health pool, good ballistics, fast, relatively fast main battery reload, fast torpedoes, absolutely. It's a fast ship, yes. Smoke and radar come in the same separate spots. Blah, blah, blah. Cons, it's a big ship, slow turret traverse. That's not really true. It's not that slow. Only has HE shells, no long-range AA defense. That's pretty much true. Poor agility, poor concealment, short radar duration. Most radar in destroyers is short. You knew that anyway. All right. HE shell velocity, 840 meters per second. The shell weight, 39.9 kilos. And dispersion, 105 meters for Gdansk. All right. I think I spotted an Overin getting awfully brave. So we're going to torp dump on the Overin, who doesn't appear until the very last second to realize that A, I am here, and B, torpedoes were heading his way. All right, we're going to watch these torps go in on Overin. We're going to miss some of them because I did a wider spread. As you can see, 7 torpedoes still leaves the Overin with about a third of its health. So we're going to engage this HE-only main battery to set Overin on fire. And my advice to you is if you can get this to happen for you in your match, you torp dump on a battleship, you hide in your smoke screen, and then you farm HE damage from a flammable ship like a Russian or a German. It is a great way to pile up damage. As you can see, we're about to cross 65k damage, and we are not even 4 minutes into the match. 70k damage, and we're just over 3.5 minutes. So I mean, it worked out that the Overin player decided to push forward. I would also tell you I think that was kind of dumb. But that being said, I'm not saying I haven't done that. I just wouldn't have done that. I don't think he was paying attention to the minimap. You know, he should have seen this base being capped out in the middle. And then he should have said to himself, gee, maybe I shouldn't push into a base that's being capped. All right, we are sonared by Kursk, and there is Khabarovsk, who does not do a great job with his awareness. As you can see, he ran into the onrushing Kursk, So that allows me to kind of do whatever I want here. We're going to shoot at Khabarovsk, and we're going to turn and get some torps out. And he's not doing a great job, although admittedly he probably can't because he's been recovering from being rammed. I'm dumb. I'm going to hit an island, but I am still shooting at Khabarovsk. And again, we are doing increased HE damage because of my build. Also shooting at Kursk. We've got the torpedoes out. I'm going to kiss the island here and dodge some friendly blue team torps, which don't really do any damage anyway. As you can see, Kaba ate a torpedo. He is almost dead. He is flooding. And somebody else gets the kill. We get an assisted kill. We set Kursk back on fire. Don't look now, but we are approaching 150k damage. And again, we're still about 6.5 minutes into the match. All right, we're over 150k. It's all gravy from here. For a minute, I thought, hey, let's go to Charlie and help cap that out. But by the time I turn around, I'm going to realize that's dumb, and we're just going to go for more damage. All right, switching over to a website called secretprojects.co.uk. I looked very hard here. They've got some great ship designs, some that are drawings on paper, a couple of blueprints of other ships. These are mostly English designs with Polish names. So I looked for Gdansk, a drawing of Gdansk, and I could not find one. So thank you, secretprojects.co.uk, for not having any pictures. But you got other stuff, so I mean, there are more destroyers they could bring out. All right, hey, here's a Yamato. He is going to totally ignore me, which is probably what I would do if I was in the Yamato. I'm going to set him on fire with my very first salvo, and he is going to damage con with, right there, with one of his damage cons, and then he is not going to shoot at me. Got a cruiser next to me, not sure what he's planning. I am going forward. I am trying to get torps out on Yamato. We are still getting damage. Yamato is not aiming at me. And yes, I know I'm getting spotted or whatever, but I don't care. Full salvo of low damage torps out. Yamato is proceeding forward. We're going to jam on the brakes and hit our smoke. Well, this isn't going to work out. We die. Torps are still there. Stop damaging Yamato. I need to kill him. All right, we get a kill. We get the high caliber medal. We get, it's just a flesh wound medal. Oh, about 3,600 points of damage short of 190k. So in a good match like this one, where you get lots of onrushing, high hit point battleships that don't try to dodge your torps, you can easily do damage. I think it's clearly Kraken capable based on its gunfighting ability. I think it is clearly capable of 200 plus, 250k plus damage matches as long as you get the right setup. You know, if our team hadn't been as good, and maybe I had the ability to stalk a couple of these battleships 1v1 out in the open water, the damage number could be higher. Played about 15 matches. We're going to look at that stuff in the screen, in the port. But Gdansk is a really nice destroyer. If you like destroyering, I recommend you trying to get it out of the Bureau. You will not be disappointed if you like destroyers. Because, yeah, the torps are low damage, and it's not a torp boat. It doesn't have great AA defense. It's a little more visible. But on the other hand, you've got pretty good reload. You have 7 guns. And you've got that radar, 9 kilometers, 15-second radar. Pretty nice stuff to have. So if you like gunboats, you should like Gdansk. All right, that's the end of the match. I'm watching tornado coverage right now. That's what Americans do. We watch tornado coverage. All right, here on the victory screen, high caliber medal. It's just a flesh wound medal. 186,418 total damage. 170 main battery hits, 11 torpedo strikes, 3 assisted kills, 1 kill, 6 fires, and 1 solo base cap. We ended up with 397,938 silver, 6,900 ship XP, 7,400 commander XP in Gdansk. Go ahead and bet. Am I at the top of the board? No, I am not. Dalian, whatever that is number 1. We're number 2, 2 medals, 1 kill, 2998 base XP. Not my high XP game in Gdansk. So definitely a really nice destroyer. Let's go into the port and take a look. As you can see, I don't really give a fuck about this current campaign. All right, here are the upgrades. Aiming system mod 1. Steering gears mod 2 because you don't have propulsion mod. Concealment system mod 1 in slot 3. And main battery mod 3 in slot 4. Loadout, HE only and regular torpedoes, low damage. Our consumables, unlimited damage cons, 2 charges of a smoke generator, 3 charges of an engine boost. You could swap that out for DFAA. I don't recommend that personally. That's just one man's opinion. And 3 charges of a 9-kilometer, 15-second radar. Rare battle booster for movement speed and cooldown time. Standard permanent camouflage. And the Peace Day 22 flag with a dove taking a shit on it. All right, 24,400 hit points with our build. You got 1 single and 3 twin 139 millimeter turrets, 11.1 kilometer firing range, 4.3 second reload, 12.9 second turn time, 2120 HE shell max damage with a 10% fire chance. Torpedoes, 2 quintuple tube launchers, reload every 115 seconds. Max damage just 11,200. 10-kilometer range, 82 knots. 1,600 meters detectability. AA defense is not great. Your main battery is not dual purpose. These 57 millimeter ZIF 75 5 quad emplacements do 125 damage per second. Kind of not great. 4-kilometer range, also not great. Maneuverability, 44.3 knots. That's French top speed, generally speaking. 810 meter turning circle, 3.8 second rudder shift time. Concealment, 5.3 on the surface, 3.1 from the air, 2.9 when firing from smoke. Taking a look at the stats, we played 15 matches, 61% main battery accuracy, 21% torpedo accuracy. We've got 7 kills by the main battery, 7 kills by torpedoes, 1 kill by fire or flooding. Average per match, 1 kill, 61k damage. Our battle achievements, 3 kills, 186k XP, that's match you just watched. Our best max XP, 3322, some other game. Nothing special in the armor viewer. Is Gdansk fast? Yes. Does it only shoot HE? Yes. I wouldn't call 10-kilometer torpedoes short range. That's just one man's opinion. However, I would say they're pretty freaking fast. All right, here's a look at the commander. Jerzy Swirsky, base trait, minus 4% sea detectability. Eric Bay, minus 4%. Destroyer detectability. D'Artige du Fournet, plus 6% HE shell damage. Row 1, Observant Rage. Row 2, Look at Me Now. Row 3, Twist and Track. Row 4, the unique skill Fox Flare, which reduces the reload time when radar is active. Also may slightly extend the radar duration if you have a smoke screen. Really nice skill. And the legendary skill Unstoppable. That is Gdansk, ladies and gentlemen. Love to know what you hear about it. And like I said in the title card, save the last Gdansk for me.